Hey everybody, we are here to talk about Season 2 of Hyperscape, and I'm joined this time by our creative director, JC. How are you doing, JC?
Hello, nice to meet you all. Thank you for having me.
You've met them all, they're all right there. Thanks for joining us. So this video is going to be broken into two pieces. One is obviously talking about the cool new stuff coming in Season 2, and there is a bunch. The other, we want to talk about the improvements that the team is working on moving forward with Hyperscape to make the game more fun and welcoming for everybody who wants to play. So let's jump into the new stuff. What's going on in Neo Arcadia?
So, as many players have seen during Season 1, there has been corruption spreading throughout Neo Arcadia. These red and black blobs of matter that have been corrupting Neo Arcadia. And as you've discovered in the comic that we just released and that you will be able to witness in the end of season event that is coming on the 4th of October, like there are wide-ranging aspects to these glitches that are present in Neo Arcadia. And so going into Season 2, this will change the city itself a lot. We're introducing a full new landmark in the northern part of Neo Arcadia on top of Unity Hill. It's a new landmark that has all the loot and all the conflict opportunities that you know from landmark. It's called the Blackout Memorial.
Nice. And also with a new season, we're bringing a new weapon, the Atrax.
Yes, so we wanted to add weapons that were a little bit more on the creative side, letting players use them in several ways creatively, basically. And so the Atrax is an explosive-based weapon that lets you shoot sticky explosives on surfaces and other players. So it's really up to you to decide if you want to anticipate where the player is going to be and lay traps for them, or shoot at them directly. And so it's a great opportunity for mischief in the battle.
Well, one of the other additions to Season 2 that I'm particularly excited about is something that answers to our competitive players in Hyperscape.
We've heard the need for a more competitive aspect. So with Season 2, we start to introduce the player ranking system. And the way it's going to work is after playing 10 matches, you will earn a ranking. And then you can continue to play to improve your rank. And so basically at the end of every match you will get a medal, whether it's silver, bronze, gold, etc. And the average of your 10 best matches is going to be your rank. And so the more you play, the more you can replace your lower matches with better ones. So this is starting with Season 2. We'll continue to add features to it, but we recognize that at the same time as we want to add content and features for the more competitive players, we also want to make sure that there's room for players who want to play more casually and have fun within the game's ecosystem. So we really want to change the way we use the playlists and the different tiles that are in the play portal. So starting with Season 2, the squad portal is going to be the ranked mode. So you will, when you play in this mode with your squad, you will be able to earn ranking. And we will use another tile in order to have a more arcade-oriented playlist that is going to be rotating every week. And it's going to start with Faction War, which is a little bit easy to jump in, have fun, and have a lot of cool action within the game.
Right, and people love Faction War, so they'll be happy to hear that's coming back. So one of the things about that approach that we should mention is, so we have these two tiles. The Crown Rush squad, that's where you go for your ranked, and the rotating LTMs, limited time modes. What that means, at least for the short term, is the permanent solo mode is not going to be in that second tile, but it will be coming back as one of the rotations.
Absolutely. So within these game modes, we start with Faction War. We will quickly after, the week after, introduce duos. It's something that's been asked for and that we really wanted to add to the game, so we'll test these. It's a new addition, so we need to make sure everything's fine. And then we go into the Halloween event.
Oh, yes!
And the first thing it brings is it's going to be night. So the whole map is going to change, it's going to be dark, completely change the visual aspect of the game, probably also change the perception from players. And the first week is going to bring back the solo mode with a twist, because it's Halloween, so you will be able to come back from the dead. With what we call second chance. And basically it means that for the first minutes of the match, if you die, you will be able to come back and reinsert within the game with your pod. and basically continue playing.
Great.
Once you've passed the time limit, however, it becomes back to normal, and if you die, it's for real this time. And the second week of Halloween, we are introducing the Dark Haze game mode, where in addition to the night, there's a thick fog, and it's very scary. And
it's too scary.
And all your opponents are all around you and very close by.
I'm really excited for people to experience Neo Arcadia in the dark. Like it brings a really new, fresh feel to it. The neon, things like that, it's super cool.
It's very different. As we mentioned in the trailers, there's a new game mode coming, the Floor is Lava game mode, which is coming just after Halloween. It's a game mode that is very lethal because like the floor is lava, so you don't want to drop in the floor.
One thing we should mention too, we haven't talked yet about any new hacks coming in the game.
We will introduce a new hack, platform hack that lets you place platforms in the air and navigate the world, in addition to some of the navigation hacks that we already had.
Nice, very cool. So we've talked about these new things. You know, there'll be a full patch note where you can get even more. But let's transition now to talk about some of the improvements. How are you feeling about how Hyperscape has done in Season 1 and where we want to go with it?
So I think we recognize, and for sure we are not where we want to be with the game. Both in terms of making sure newcomers are able to have a good time, and that's why we are changing the way game modes are working starting with Season 2, but also even in core comfort for the shooting aspect of the game. And so this is something that we will address during the Season 2 roadmap. We want to make sure that we will bring changes. Starting with Season 2, we introduce some core changes, quality of life updates, so we will rebalance some of the weapons, some of the hacks. We are changing the way ADS and hipfire work. Currently some of the weapons were much more precise in hipfire than ADS, so we are changing this balance. But going forward, we are also going to try out and explore different opportunities to make sure that newcomers to the game have activities and fun things to do in the game, easier way of learning how to play the game, and also that the core comfort of the game is improved.
Some of the quality of life features that I've seen have me pretty excited. They're things that our community has been asking for, like the auto sprint option, lowering the red skull so it's not right in your crosshairs. We're even making good progress on FOV for console. So we have a lot to say there, so stay tuned. And like you said, and this is exciting too to me, you'll see more patches, more updates this season than we did in Season 1, which is another thing that the community sort of brought to us, like, hey, we want to hear more from you, from the dev team, and we want to see more action. So I think they'll see more action, and I think it's going to be kind of a key dialogue where we want their feedback on things that we're testing.
Absolutely, the goal is for us is to bring features that we want to try out to improve the game, new game modes potentially, and see how the community reacts to them and how they can improve the game.
Cool. Well, JC, thank you so much. There will be full patch notes on our website with the ultra extreme detail that some of our players want to see, so go there to check out all of that, because there's more than we talked about in this video. And we will see you in the Hyperscape for Season 2 on October 6th. Thanks.